Hello everybody and welcome to Megastore Simulator. This is the prologue version of the game. It's actually been out for a couple of weeks or so by now, so you may have already seen it elsewhere or even played it yourself, but I thought we'll have a look at it today on the channel as sort of a taster session because I believe the full version of this game is coming out next week. So with that being so close, I thought we'll have a look at the prologue, see what you think about it, see what I think about it, and if we enjoy it, then we can come back and do a full series on the full game next week. If we don't enjoy it, we'll just leave it here. So we'll just try this prologue out and give ourselves a bit of a taster session. Now, I did play this game back in August of last year when it was a demo called Urban Supermarket Simulator. So only the title has changed, and in that demo, the location has now changed as well because we're now in this big store, whereas we just had a small shop. But most of the stuff seems to be the same, but we do now have a staff member who's going to come into work today. So we can see how a staff member works. We'll see if anything else has changed. And we'll have a look at the stuff that's on the PC and what's to come and whether we think we want to go for a full series. So I've done the first 4 days just to earn a bit of money and get things rolling, basically, because I'm not going to go all the way through this. We're not going to make this into like a mini series or anything like this. It's one and done episode. We will have a warehouse through here. We might purchase it at the end just to have a look, but yeah, I don't think there's really going to be much going on through there. It's just going to unlock that door to a room, basically. And I'm not going to bother taking down any walls in here either, because, again, you've seen walls go down in games. We'll be doing that in the full version if we play it as a full series anyway. There's no point me doing that twice in 2 videos, because we'd do that next time if we were making it a full series. The escalators do indeed work. If you're curious, you can ride them up and down. This will be to, obviously, your upstairs for your Megastore, so you can have basically all of the floor space downstairs, obviously barring this cutout, up here as well. So, yeah, you'll be able to have a full, huge store downstairs, a huge store upstairs to get everything in, which is quite nice. I like that. A good scope there for plenty of products. We've got bakery on the go at the moment and some plushies is what I'm selling. If I just head over to the PC, I'll show you what else we can sell. So in the prologue, you're limited to 2 licenses for bakery, 2 licenses for toys, groceries, and clothing, I believe. I'm not going to bother going through all of these in the... we'll get 1 more license, but I'm not going to bother going through all of these things in this one-off video, but we'll obviously do this in the full version should we make a series on it. But we'll also have electronics, music, and sports to come, and the licenses are all going to have many more coming as well in the full release. So we should have quite a lot of stuff going on in this one, which is quite nice. Each one has its own furniture as well. So the clothes obviously have clothing racks. Grocery section has all of the grocery things you require. Toys and candy the same. Bakery the same. So everything has its own stuff. Equipment, I don't know what that's going to be. That's just locked on every single tab. So presumably some equipment that's either going to be across the entire store or for each section, not entirely sure, but there is some equipment to buy as well. And then in the management, like I said, I'm not really going to bother with this too much. We could do store expansion, but what's the point? Warehouse expansions we could do, but I have hired a cashier already, so you can only hire cashiers at the moment. You can eventually hire restockers and bakery staff, but they're not available, it seems, in the prologue at the moment. You can just have the 1 cashier. Now, one cool thing you can do with them is they all have shifts. So you don't just have a cashier and they work all of the time. They do actually have a shift pattern. So you can have somebody coming in the morning and somebody coming in the afternoon, and you just alter it there and hire them. So we have got Bridget, who is pretty good, actually. If you notice, she was 137 daily pay. She's got a move speed of 93% and a work speed of 126 versus 103 and 92 for 141. So she's a much better hire because she's cheaper and she's way better. So we've got Bridget, but she's going to come in the afternoon. So I'll show you how the checkout all works during the morning. I'll work the checkout, and then hopefully Bridget will arrive at 2 o'clock and she will work the afternoon, is what I'm hoping for. I've not actually trialed it yet, so I don't know if she turns up or not, but she should do. It's all set. Services are not available yet, and neither is decoration, so we can't really look at too much there. Online bank's not available, and neither are games. It looks like cleaning might be a thing in the future. At least there's a mop here for future. And these lockers, it sort of reminds me of Bettermart, to be honest. So maybe you have to have lockers for your staff, or maybe it's just decoration. Who knows? All right, let's get some stuff on the shelves. So this is pretty standard stuff in a shop simulator. Just unload your stuff. I'm going to throw all the boxes down there because you can carry multiple things at the same time with the use of your trolley. So that is handy, because in lots of these games... Ooh, we've still got one on there. Yeah, in lots of these games, you would have to take box by box, wouldn't you, to the bin? But fortunately, we don't have to do that in this one. We can carry 4 or 5 of them at one time on there. The bakery goods, you do have to bake everything yourself. So if you didn't see my demo or unfamiliar with this game, you do have to bake all of these. Obviously, there is a staff member for the bakery, so I pointed out when we were at the PC. So you just have to set it going, and then everything gets a nice rise on it. Get some nice bit of colour. And then we've got a nice loaf like so. And then put it on. That back, and then get the next one and put it on. Simple as that. But obviously, if you've got a staff member doing that, that's quite handy, because the bakery... I mean, at the moment, I've only got these 2. You could have another license in this prologue. If that comes with another 4 or 5 or even 6 licenses in the full version, the bakery could be quite big. So I think you definitely want to get a staff member doing that automatically as soon as you can, really, because while you're busy putting some shelving up or filling some other shelves or serving, it very quickly will get out of hand with you remembering to come over here and get everything baked. So having somebody that's doing that will be quite handy. So I think that's a good person to get early on. What else have we got? I've got some baguettes. I hope I've got some baguettes. There we go. Get some of these on. Right, while we wait for them to bake, let's throw some stuff away. So yeah, you can. I think you can carry 3 or 4 boxes. Depends on the size. You can multi-do them as well, so you can have crates as well as boxes. Take them outside, throw them away, and they all get thrown away together, which is much better than the 1x1 that you usually have to do in these games. Down, get these out. So you can stack quite a few in here. Apart from these ones. These ones don't stack very well. I think you can only have, I think it's 5 per shelf. But the croissants and the baguettes seem to stack on top of each other as well. Quite good. Throw some more of these on. We don't get as many of those in the oven either. Which, I mean, makes sense. You're not going to get that many loaves in a thing compared to something small, but... Let's get these out. Let's put the more baguettes on. Croissants, and then we'll just leave the other one in the oven while we open up. So you might have noticed as well, though, at the bottom of the screen, we do have a scanner, which is actually new for the prologue as of yesterday, actually, as well as a megaphone. You might be wondering, why have we got a megaphone? Honestly, no idea. Absolutely no idea why we have a megaphone. Presumably, at some point, we'll be able to either talk to the customers with it, or shout for assistance from our staff, or maybe it's going to be a multiplayer thing. I don't know if this game even going to have multiplayer, but I can't think of any other use for it, really. If you get it, it does work. So, but all I can think of at the moment is, say you've got a restocker upstairs, and Trevor's upstairs, and you think, the plushies need... You can go, Trevor, the plushies need restocking. That's the only use I can think of it. Whether that will actually work or not, and Trevor comes down, and he goes, I see you, I'll get it, boss, and he goes and gets some more plushies out for you. I don't know. Maybe it's just for shouting at the criminals. I don't know. But for some reason, we have a megaphone. But I've seen no explanation as to why we have a megaphone. Right, we are fully stocked, so I can put that away. These do stack down here as well, should you need them, so you can have some tray storage. But you can just keep things on trays as well, then ready to go. So if you unload, so you can get a whole thing full of trays. So you could unload all of your stuff, put them onto trays, then you can just bang in the trays when you need them, rather than do what we've just done there. But we won't bother doing that in the prologue version. We're not that busy. All right, let's open up. We'll do a day and see how the staff member works later on. And then probably for the next day, I'll get, I don't know, get some clothes or something so you can see those in action as well. And then we'll have a decent flavor of the game. So the staff do talk to you. The customers do talk to you. So they make comments as well when they come in. They can sort of smell the bakery. They know if it's fresh or not. And they do talk to you when they come to the till as well, which is quite nice. Of course, now they're completely silent.
This looks a little stale.
There you go. She thinks it's stale. Now, to be honest with you, she could say that's stale if it's freshly baked. I don't think it's modeled that way, but at least they say something. 86 cents. Thank you very much. So all of the baked goods come in bags. So if you did see my demo version of this, way back when, they actually used to just shove their bakery items just on this dirty conveyor belt. They go and get a nice baguette, and they just place it straight there where everybody's stuff has already been. But that has now been sorted. They all get them in a bag instead, which is much better.
It looks freshly baked.
It is freshly baked. Freshly baked this morning. Yeah, so that's an improvement. We've also, I remember in the demo version, I think it was this game. Pretty certain it was. We did have a few people coming in their underwear. That seems to have been fixed as well. I haven't seen anybody in their underwear yet.
Not stealing those, are you?
I don't think he is. I could be a real menace with this megaphone.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you too. It's a little bit delayed, so it's a little bit weird. So I speak, and then about half a second to a second later is when it plays on the audio. So it's a little bit weird. You say it, and you hear yourself say it, and then you hear it go in the store. So it's a bit weird. But we could be a real menace with that, couldn't we? Hello there, sir. 1758.
Perfect color. It looks freshly baked.
It is freshly baked. $18.02. So I've set the prices, by the way. So I haven't mentioned that yet. At 10% over. It gives you, unlike most games where you don't really have an idea of what pricing is actually doing, it's still trial and error, but it's always trial and error. You don't really know how it's affecting anything, do you? It's just like, oh, I'll set the prices at this, and then we'll see if some customers come in or not, and then if they do, great. If they don't, we need to lower some prices.
Thank you.
It's kind of like that, but in this game, you get at least an idea. So if we head over to the pricing of, say, our baguettes here, you can set all the prices individually. You can go up by a cent or whatever. You can set them how you want. You click market or click 10% less market or 10% over market. But it gives you a sales impact. So I'm 10% over, so we're losing 17% of sales apparently. But to be honest with you, seems no different than when I had it set on market. So whether that's actually modeled yet, I don't know. If you go under, you get an extra 12% of customers there. So that's quite nice. It gives you a little, an idea of what's actually going on.
Check out. We're growing roots here.
Would you like me to water you?
All right, I tell you, we can be a menace with this. She's got her roots. Right, 242. Thank you. 1302.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you. So I do like that when you just have passing comments like that. Quite nice. $1.97. $1.52. So we've only got an hour left before our staff member. Now I don't know whether she arrives on foot or whether she just pings into existence. The first time I've seen the staff. So absolutely no idea. It looks like we are getting some cars arriving. Nice. So cars do arrive. I've not really noticed before. People don't seem to get out of them, but the cars do arrive, so that's good. Maybe they will in the full version. They'll actually get out, come and get a trolley or something, or a basket and come in. That'd be nice. All right, this will be the final customer for me, I think. Quickly get it served. Oh, come on. 32. 42. There we go. Step away and wait for the staff member. Where's the staff? Where is my staff member? She should be working. Oh, here she is. She's here. She's late. You start at... Hang on.
You start at 2. You're half an hour late. Hurry up. March, march. Sorry about this, sir. It's the first day. I'm going to dock your pay for that.
Right, but how good is she, though? She was late, but how good is she? That's what I really want to find out here. Not bad, so she's reasonably speedy. She was much better than the other employee, wasn't she? She's reasonably speedy on the bar. She's, what, 100% speed or whatever she was? She's not bad. She's not the quickest I've ever seen, but she's definitely by far not the slowest. So, and there probably will be better ones as well you can have. She likes to type on her imaginary keyboard there. So she will keep things going. They do wait for a while anyway before they complain, so it's not too bad. Yeah, but hopefully there is somebody a little bit quicker than that, because if you had a really busy store, that will probably cause a backlog eventually. So I don't think she's as quick as the player, but it does enable you time to go and do the rest of the things you need to do, which for us, for example, is buy some more stuff. You know what? I'll have 2 of those and 3 of those. Get a couple of boxes of those, 1 of those, and a couple of boxes of those. E to purchase. I quite like this. This is good. So before you had to go to your PC and do all of this, which is not, it's not a massive hardship, but I do prefer, I think, just doing it on there, scanning it, makes it quite simple. Stuck on the bollard. There we go. All right, let's do the... I was going to do all of the bakery first, but I seem to have picked up many things. So unload everything in here for now. So presumably the restocker would do all of this for you as well. But I don't know whether they just come from the warehouse or whether they would indeed unload from the truck. I don't know. Yet I'd like to think they would unload from the truck, but we'll have to test that theory in the full version. All right, so we've got $1,298. I think Bridget takes 137. So we've got plenty of money, so we can definitely do the next license. At the end of the day, get some more stuff on the shelves. All right, we've got hardly anything of anything left, have we? I think I'd like to get all of the baguettes on first. I think you definitely want, as well as a staff member to do this, I think you would definitely want a second oven as well. Because I think it's the cooking that's going to take most of the time, isn't it, in this game? Making sure all of your baked goods are ready is going to be the one thing. Because, like, the rest of it, like just throwing stuff on the shelves, doesn't really take any time, does it? That and it's done. Let's get some more of these things on.
Stale. I hope I'm wrong.
You are wrong. It's freshly baked. Whether that will ever play into this or not, I don't know. It'd be nice if it did, wouldn't it, really? If you had stuff, like if you bake stuff tonight, for example, if it was still for some reason on the shelf by tomorrow evening, it would be on the turn a little bit. It would be a bit stale, so maybe you'd have to... Oh, this isn't that fresh anymore. So you sell it at half price or something like that, just to get rid of it. That'd be nice if they implemented that. Because at the moment, I don't think that is a thing, to be honest. I think they just say it's stale or fresh based on whichever file it decides to play. All right, does she keep working, I wonder? Because technically, she's at the end of her day. Does she finish serving customers, or does she just walk out? Good, she finishes. I had a feeling she might just walk out, based on how she arrived to work late. But she does actually serve them. Good. All right, we've got lots of empty boxes, so let's get rid of these. Missed the bin. All right, we all done? I think we're done. So you can only have, I think we can only have one staff member at a time at the moment in the game. So I could put her on morning or afternoon, or you could have the other guy on morning or afternoon, but you can only have one, so you are going to have to do half the shift yourself, I think, all of the time. Right, let's eat to end the day. She's gone home. Right, let's get another license, and we'll just do one more day just to finish. So if I go to shopping, so I could get more licenses for the bakery or even the toys, but we'll move into a different area. So I'm going to move into the clothing, I think. So we could do the general regular supermarket simulator style products here, but we'll just do some clothing, I think. So let's get product license. Let's jump up to product license 2 and see what these actually sell for. That might be good future knowledge. Now, the problem is here. You get 3 trousers, 2 shirts, I think that is. So I'd have to get that on. What do they go on? I can only get these 2 anyway, so presumably they would go on either of these. So can you hang a shirt, or does the shirt have to go on there? I guess we'll find out, won't we? We'll do that. Products. Buy a box of everything. Have that come. We've got enough money if we need another shelf anyway. So if you were in the full game, for example, what you would probably do now, I think, is what I would do is I would have my grocery and bakery downstairs, and then I'd probably put all of my clothes and everything else upstairs, I think. Because that's the kind of layout I would do. I'd go clothes and maybe tech and stuff upstairs, and then all of your perishable stuff, like all your bakery stuff, food, anything like that would come down here, I think, with the way I would play the game. Right, but for now, we're just going to come over here with it. So we'll put that in the corner like so. Right, what can go on here? Shirts can probably go on here, can they? They can. Now, can you mix items? That's the other thing. Or do you need a shelf per item? Can we put... Aha! Wow, these shelves are really expensive, aren't they? So what were they per shelf? So per shelf... furniture, so they're 350 a rack. So maybe these ones would be better. Maybe if I get this anyway. Maybe that we can go product with that. Otherwise this, 350 for one product. That's an expensive shelf for just the one product. Unless you can, well, maybe you can mix and match shirts. Let's see. Can you mix and match shirts? No. Yeah, so it's only a one product thing. I think that's a bit expensive for one use. Like if you could mix and match a little bit with that, that'd be quite good. All right, send him on his way so he can drive back again. So he'll leave there and then he'll just ping over there almost instantly, I think. So he'll go around the corner. Presumably he'll disappear any moment now. There he goes, and then he'll reappear just there. Is that plane okay? Is he on his way down? I think he's had engine failure. Right, take that. Send him on his way this time. Actually, we'll just have to take this inside because I've opened it. Send him on his way, so we don't have to wait for him to go around the corner again. Right, what can I get on here? Can I get multiple items on here? Hopefully. Looks like I can. I think this is the one, isn't it? This is the one that was used in many different games. Yeah, this is like the one from Mall Simulator or a few of the other games I've played as well. So this is the shelf, really. To use. Just dot some stuff around, make it look nice. These are all the products we've got anyway. Can I move this? Can. Put that there for now. I don't like the fact that that's on an angle. And Y doesn't seem to do anything. So Q and E does sort of that kind of rotation, or you can scroll wheel it for a bit more of a slower one. But it always seems to be on its angle there. I don't like that. Oh well. It seems to be on more of an angle now than it was before. It's a slight angle. Never mind. I have to just leave it like so. I've got $141 left, which is not a lot of cash. I think we're okay though. Let's just set these prices. So we'll sell these at 10% over as well. Probably sell them for more, to be honest. But we'll experiment more with that in the full version. Is that all of them set? I think I set all of them, didn't I? Good. Right, everything else is good. Right, it's open. Oop, actually, whoa. Still got a shirt in there.
Hope these were baked today.
Hello there, sir. $8.79. Thank you. I have noticed something with the screen there. I think you can read that. You know, if that was 100 and something. Not that we've had that yet, but I bet that would be difficult to read. I mean, you probably guessed that it's 100 and something, but that almost cuts off like the $20 at the bottom left. That almost cuts off completely.
Hey, how's it going?
So there might be the odd number that would cut off. 42. Thank you. 121. Thank you. You want 27 and 82. Thank you very much. All right, do we need to? Do we should get? I think we should get some more clothes. Just get a box of each. Not enough cash. How much cash do I need? $343.
It looks fresh.
Does that stay on there? Yes, it does. Good. Make sure I did set that price. $29.14. Thank you very much, sir. $40.58. Purchase. $20.35. Thank you.
Hello?
$9.01. Thank you. 41.76. $3.56 change, and finally 21.20. Let's go and grab our stuff. Oh, come on, really? You can't just get that one more box on there. Right, we'll load those on in. I might as well do it now. We'll let the queue happen. So I don't think they. I'm not sure they ever walk away, but it takes them a while before they get bored.
I should have brought a camping chair.
I think he just mentioned something about a chair, didn't he? Sorry. All right, serve these people. Card payment of $10.99. Thank you. Card $49.6. Thank you. Cash. You want 21.91 change. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Thank you. $1.47 change for you. Thank you. Card payment of $8.79. Card payment of $66.44, and finally $4.07 change for you. Thank you. I don't know what happened to the trolley there. I've got another item. Should be able to go on. $46 and $59. Thank you. All right, Bridget should be here any moment. Somewhere. Half an hour late again, I see. 37. And why I'm giving it to you in fives, but there you go. She's finally here. So be prepared for that. So Bridget's supposed to start work at 2. So if you had a staff member, I mean, maybe if you've got 2 staff members, the other one might still, I don't know, maybe they just walk away. I don't know, but maybe they do finish serving if they've got some people on. But if they just walk away and you don't realize because you're busy, I don't know, doing something else or serving on a different checkout or something, the crossover period between your staff is probably about an hour. By the time she actually sort of gets here, it's like 2:45, isn't it? So there might be an hour where nobody gets served. So be prepared for that. I don't know why they arrive so late. You think they'd start walking into the map at like 1 or something like that, so that by the time they enter the store, it is 2. Small thing, I'm sure it'll get adjusted.
That looks great. Nice and fresh.
All right, we need some more bakery items. We'll get 2 of each, actually. I was just going to get 1 of everything, but they're not that expensive. So what I thought, what we could do at the end of the day, if we've got enough money, is purchase the warehouse or something, just to have a look inside the warehouse. If it's even possible. There's the trolley. But I think you have to be level 10 for the warehouse anyway, so probably not, to be honest. We could maybe take a wall down or something in store. I don't know why I left these so far away. On the wrong shelf there. Never mind. No, 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 no. Don't move it. How can I pick that back up again? Can't take this now. A customer is browsing.
Nice crust on this one.
Hurry up, sir. Thank you. Oh, yeah, so he bought it. Okay. What I didn't want was that on that shelf, because I want one of those on that shelf, because they need more space. Alright, some of these things can be cleared up. Forgot to tell the delivery driver to leave, didn't I? Yep. He's empty, but he couldn't leave.
Sorry.
Can that shirt go on yet? It can indeed.
It looks freshly baked.
Right, so I think that'll do us for today. I don't think we get any more enough customers in to sell everything out. So we'll see what we can buy at the end with our 1,000 in terms of having a look round for upgrades. But I think we're almost done. So you'll have to let me know about this one, whether you want to see more of it when the full version does release. As I say, I think it is next week, but you never know. Sometimes these things get delayed by a few weeks. So some point soon. But if you want to see more of it, let me know and we can come back and we can have a little look at this. Because I don't think it would be a massive series. Like, I don't think it would go on and on and on. The progression is pretty quick. You level up pretty fast. You earn money pretty fast. Which is a good thing. I don't think it would be a series that we grind out like hundreds of episodes. But I think we could have a bit of fun designing a store. So wouldn't be too bad. But let me know on what you think. Just let Bridget deal with those. Let's see what we can do then. So we have $1,270. So warehouse, I can't do anything with the warehouse until we get to level 10. So we'll have to leave that. So what we could do is take a wall down just for the sake of having a look at a wall. So let's do that. So that just creates that bit of space there. So that was a, what was that? That was, I think that wall go up to there or something. I can't remember now. It did, didn't it? I think. Honestly, can't remember. I think it's just that space there. It's not bad. It's usable, isn't it? So, and to tell you what, with your initial bit and that, you get a reasonable amount of space down here to get started with. You could get quite a lot of items in here and get quite a busy little store because you don't have to even spread out into all of the different areas. You could just have a bakery, for example, fully do the bakery and just here in this bit of space and that bit of space, which wouldn't be too bad. So that's not that bad. That's a fair size, I guess, expansion. There'd be another one here which we could do, but I can't afford it, sadly. I think that's about it, isn't it, really? It's about all we can do in this one. We'll E to end the day. Let Bridget go home. And we will end the video. So yeah, let me know about it, what you think about it, whether you'd want to see it return for a series on the full game. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you leave it a like. Consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.